Is scaling your education training business creating more admin work instead of less? If growth means more emails, manual enrollments, and constant admin tasks, something is broken. That is why these 3 Thinkific updates matter for your business. Each one removes a specific layer of friction that shows up as you scale. As a Thinkific expert who works with businesses and as a Thinkific expert who works with CE creators, I will walk you through what these updates actually mean for your business and how they help you grow without all the manual work holding you back. Oftentimes, when I work with CE creators and small businesses, I notice that they are often challenged and bogged down by small tasks. While it doesn't seem initially like a lot of time, each task adds up and they take away the focus from the business rather than spending more time on partnerships and reaching out about developing new trainings. They're stuck in task overload. These updates will really reduce the backlog of tasks and help you focus on the big picture. Here are 3 reasons why these updates will help you scale your training business. Reason number 1, bulk enrollment is everything. Rather than having to spend time going in and scheduling when you enroll and unenroll students from a course, now you can schedule the enrollment dates ahead of time so that they will start on a specific date. With this change, you can finally not have to think about it and just go into Thinkific, set up the expiration dates for enrollment and unenrollment, and it will happen automatically in the back end. This is helpful if you sell training to businesses and or individuals, because when you're selling a training, you only enroll students for a limited period of time and then there is an expiration date. So instead of manually setting up a time in your calendar to go in and unenroll, the bulk enroll and unenroll takes care of the little details for you. So that means fewer manual enrollments, fewer support tickets, and fewer problems with enrollment management, which is a huge challenge when you're juggling lots of different programs and or institutional clients. Instead of having to manage this at a micro level, you can manage this in batches. This helps you save time and money. Now let's go into reason number 2. The question that comes up often is, how many students can I enroll and unenroll at one time? This is important because now these bulk actions run in the background and it's not something that you need to babysit and or micromanage. Thinkific will now process enrollments in your course. Now let's go into reason number 2. Thinkific will now handle large enrollments in the background. What this means for you is that you can enroll and unenroll students at one time with a click of a button. So what this means is that instead of babysitting and micromanaging this process and these details, you'll let Thinkific handle it in the back end by going in and setting up the enrollments and unenrollments so that they happen at exactly the time that you want. This means that you don't have to worry about whether Thinkific can handle large enrollment queues because they are already set up to do this with this. They're already set up for this now. So now you have a clear path to enrolling students at a larger scale, especially when you're selling to organizations that want to enroll and have students enroll for certification and accreditation purposes. This shifts the focus away from more manual tasks again to more of a system that is handled by Thinkific in the back end. Now let's go into the last reason why this is beneficial and impactful. We're going to go into reason number 3 and how this will help you. Now we'll go into reason number 3. This is even more beneficial because not only are the enrollments and unenrollments handled at scale in the back end, this also means that the emails that are sent out to your students are going to be timed accordingly as well. So no more worrying about the emails are going out at the wrong time because they're scheduled accordingly. Now you don't have to worry about emails being sent out at the wrong time and feeling a little bit embarrassed because the email was sent out and the students aren't going to enroll in the course until a month later. Now they are set to go out exactly when they are enrolled in the course. No more oops emails that are sent too early or too late. Everything is timed according to the student's enrollment date. This helps you because no more duplicate emails, no confused learners, and no inbox overload, having to send the same email twice because the enrollment date was incorrect. And far less emails of, I think this email doesn't make sense because I'm not enrolled in the course right now, but you just sent me a welcome email. And so your communication and everything in your business looks more seamless, on brand, and consistent without having to manually do this. These updates are really helpful and really impactful if you want to sell learning and training at scale without the operational and admin backlog and friction. Whether you sell directly to students or you license programs to organizations, the operational programs are the same. Thinkific naturally is well suited for selling to businesses and or individuals for training and or accreditation purposes. Now, I know you can choose from a lot of different platforms out there, and when you compare which platform is best for your business and what your goals are, I think Thinkific is clearly optimized and set up for structured and repeatable course delivery and not just individual creators. I want to wrap up by answering a few common questions I get about this new update. Question number 1, what products can I bulk enroll and or unroll students from? And so the answer to that question is right now you can bulk enroll and unenroll students into courses and bundles only. So this makes sense because this is dedicated specifically to B2B and selling B2B, where most CE creators and CE businesses are struggling or dealing with this kind of backlog. Bulk actions do not apply to communities and memberships or digital downloads and coaching and or webinar products, which makes sense to me. So if your scaling challenge is managing course or bundle access, so if you struggle with managing enrollment in courses and or bundles, then this update will really help you alleviate that challenge. Frequently, question number 2, how many students can I enroll or unenroll at one time? Now, this is a great question about scale. This is a great question about scale. So bulk enrollments run in the background, so they're happening. So bulk enrollments are being handled by Thinkific in the back end, which means that you don't have to manually go in and do it, but that does mean you do have to set it up. Thinkific processes about 100 enrollments every 30 seconds. I know that does seem like quite a lot. To keep the system stable, because Thinkific can process about 100 enrollment. Thinkific can process about 100 enrollments every 30 seconds to keep their system stable. If Thinkific can process about 100 enrollments every 30 seconds to keep the system stable. For most creators, this means that you can handle and run large enrollments without any hassle or worry about downtime. And if you're working with a very significant large list, then you can reach out to Thinkific and the team will assist you and make sure your enrollment for a large number beyond 100 goes smoothly. The key takeaway here is that you're no longer handling and managing enrollment one student at a time. Now you can let the back end handle this for you while you sit and focus on the more important aspects of your business. Question number 3, will welcome emails be triggered when I bulk enroll students? This is really great question, and this is often a dilemma for any small businesses, that you do not want to deal with enrollment emails going out when the students are enrolled. This is really important and a common dilemma because the last thing you want is a welcome email being triggered once students enrolled, especially if the start date is much later. The whole goal is to reduce the friction of getting them onboarded by enrolling them and then setting the date at which they can start and or complete the course. The beauty of this is now that once those dates are set up, your welcome emails are tied specifically to when they're enrolled, and any welcome emails are triggered. Your welcome emails are automatically sent out according to the date that your students are enrolled in. So no worry about duplicate emails or accidentally sending out an email too early or too late. This is now happening according to the calendar date that they're enrolled in. Now, some of the questions that I get is that if the student is later unenrolled and re-enrolled, the system does not resend the email. This is common, especially if you're selling a training program where you only allow students to take the course once. So then if you unenroll them because they don't pass and you re-enroll them later, you'll have to send them another welcome email. When you consider these updates, they're not just about convenience, they're really about removing friction so that you are not spending time in tasks and more on the actual business. So I hope this helps, and let me know if you have questions, comments, or feedback. If you'd like to support my work and my channel, I have an affiliate link in the description below, and you can get 1 month free on the Pro plan. If you're considering Thinkific, you can use my affiliate link below. This helps me support my work as a Thinkific expert. It is the platform that I recommend. You can also explore my growing library of Thinkific tutorials if you want more guidance. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.